Hello, hi, I'm Antilla here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I built this app with AI without touching any code. So it is a magical story creator with some parameters. It spits out a story, 2 to 3 paragraphs, and it creates an image using artificial intelligence. In this case, I'm just going to walk you through what I did, most of the steps from the beginning, from setting up what you need to set up, Python, Visual Studio, the tools that I use, in this case, ChatGPT, Claude, and how to commit the code and deploy it. It is all in my community, so you can actually check it out. Should be on the link below. But in this case, I'm just going to show you high level how it was created. I would deploy it, give you the source codes and everything. That way you can have it and you can use it on your own. You can clone it on your local. And then if you want to extend it for yourself, for your kids, to sell it or do whatever you want, then you're welcome to do that. Okay. So pretty much I went here to ChatGPT, you have a prompt to give you ideas. In this case, you're a Python expert and you want to help BPK to 5th grade teachers by building tools, sorry for the typos, by building tools to use daily and interact better with their students. You're going to build it using Streamlit and Python with a friendly UI and multiple tabs with different tools. Write a list of apps that will help teachers on the daily basis and make the students' interactions more dynamic and engaging. So that's a sample of a prompt. You can actually modify, you can actually use many other prompts depending on your audience, but it'll spit up an idea, and then based on the idea, you select the idea. In this case, this story creator, what it became because I had to do the Great Academy teaching for my daughter's school. So I needed to come up with an idea on how to break down software engineering to the students, which is a complex subject, and you're teaching kids that are 7 to 8 years old. So it was very hard for me to figure out how to do it. So I started kind of brainstorming with my daughter, see what was the best approach. And the best approach was to build something for them that would resonate using technology. So that's what came out of it, right? So once you have the idea, you actually come here to ChatGPT and you tell it the same thing. You tell it to structure the code however you want. In this case, I use this prompt. I have another more advanced prompt that'll give you the structure of the whole code. But this is one of them. So it's like, you're a software engineer, Python expert who wants to build a fun and interactive application. The application will, in this case, again, this is all unedited. This is all real. So this is the prompt that I use, and I'm going to show you what I got. So the application will use, in this case, GPT and API interaction to be able to come up with a solution. Write the code, including unit tests, detailed instructions for requirements installation, and a step-by-step instructions. Implement and run the app successfully. Readme.md, which are the instructions, and here's the app idea. So I put in the parameters for the app idea. In this case, interactive creator, a story creator app, fictional narrative, how it works. The app asks the audience, 2nd graders, for inputs like make sure the options are pre-populated in the dropdown. So a character name, a magical item, a place, a problem to solve, inputs into a fun pre-written story template, and a happy ending, right? Generate an image at the end that goes along with the story. In the example, the input is Luna, magic wand, space, find a lost pet. The output is Luna, the astronaut, use her magic wand to travel through the space and find her lost pet, Sparky at the moon. So make sure that the story is 2 to 3 paragraphs, along with the hook, problem, solution, and conclusion. And it just started spinning all the information that I needed, right? So in this case, it gives you the code, right? So in this case, this would be the app or the main.py. You can see that here. So you would come into Visual Studio and you would start creating that structure. Then you have the test. So it's the test story that creator.py. In this case, I just did test.py. And then the readme.md, which are the instructions to build the app and high level of what the app is all about. Okay, so that's this. Once you have everything, and I will go back, like it's not going to be perfect at the beginning. You would have to troubleshoot it, and you will see here. So it gives you all the information. I'm not going to read all this. But then I got an error. In this case, I was missing the API key from OpenAI. So it gives you more information to handle that error. And it gave me instructions to be able to create these to put the OpenAPI key into the code. So it pretty much gives you detailed instructions of what you need to do, and then it tells you to run the app again. In this case, I told it, hey, create a proper README. So it created the README. I got another error, and then it gave me the solution, which is this file here. The libraries or dependencies that I needed to install. So it says pip install request. That should do it, right? So in this case, it came up with this beautiful tool, which when I did the presentation, all the kids were we're all crazy. I ran it 3 times and they were all happy. I made them read and everything, and it was just a great experience for the kids and even for the teacher. So I'm just gonna create one real quick. I'm gonna read it just for fun, and you will see how it happens. So how it happens. So it's Luna. Let's say Max. Let's do Crystal Ball. Let's do that he's in the ocean. Find a lost treasure. That's fine. And then how should the story end? In this case, learning a valuable lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and generate it. It's going to spin up. It's going to give me the 2 to 3 paragraphs, and then it's going to give you an image. I'm going to read it just for the sake of it. If you want to skip after this, that's fine. But you got to hear it based on the parameters. So that's what makes it good. Okay. So I'm going to start reading while it generates the image. So once upon a time, there was a brave little boy named Max who loved exploring the ocean. One day, while playing by the shore, Max stumbled upon a magical crystal ball that is sparkling in the sunlight, the 2 parameters, right? Excited Max peered into the ball and saw a vision of a lost treasure hidden deep beneath the waves. That's the 3rd parameter. Determined to find the treasure, Max set out on the daring adventure with the help of the crystal ball. As he dove into the ocean, he encountered many challenges and obstacles, but he never gave up. Finally, after a long search, Max found the treasure chest filled with shiny jewels and golden coins. In the end, Max realized that the real treasure was not the riches he found, but the lessons he learned along the way. Perseverance, courage, and the joy of discovery. With the heart full of gratitude, Max returned the crystal ball to the ocean, knowing that he would always treasure the memories of the magical adventure. And so, with the smile of his face, Max headed home, eager to share his tale with his friends and family. And this is the beautiful image that he created. This is what kind of started everything for me, blew my mind what he created. And that's why I'm in this journey to pretty much share. Okay. So if you have any questions, please let me know. See you in the next video. Take care.